Okay, so now we're going to be visiting Congressman Ted Lieu's office. We're going to be presenting our complaints about Huntington Park, California, and the illegals that they've appointed to city commissions. We're going to this is actually four.
This is four. Robert.
Three.
Robert. Wrong one, Robert.
So we've had a couple of mishaps trying to get to the congressman's office. Perhaps they're trying to stop us. We already had the guy in the lobby telling us we couldn't protest. All we were doing was taking pictures. So I'm going to talk to my congressman and ask him not only to do something about what's going on in Huntington Park.
Press three.
Press 3, there you go.
But we also got to make sure that he's going to investigate every federal agency why they're not doing anything about what's going on. They've appointed 2 illegal aliens. They threw out 2 citizens who are just exercising their First Amendment rights. There's a whole bunch of corruption and malfeasance that's going on in the city. Federal agencies need to get involved, and they need to...
Strong opinionated. Better wait for the next one.
So,
thank you.
Yes, strong and courageous. Strong opinions. I think he heard me saying some stuff.
Okay, we are now going down.
We're going down again, trying to get to the congressman's office. I'm going to submit to him a privacy release so that he can investigate on my behalf as his constituent these issues. Here we go.
Come on, guys. Thank you.
Okay, so you can see the congressman has some pretty posh digs. I wonder how much he pays for this. And yet, there isn't an office available for me closer to my home. I have to make an appointment to see him in Manhattan Beach. I know congressmen who have 3 offices, and they keep them fully staffed. You have to wonder why he can't bother to have 2 staffed and 1 closer to the South Bay. He is a South Bay representative. So here we go.
I'm going to get a first photo.
All right, so here's my congressman's office.
Okay, Arthur, you get over here. You need to be in the picture.
Okay.
Somebody needs to.
All right, this is good. So, am I still, okay.
All right, no, it's locked. So.
Hello? Okay, so we're waiting. Well, here we got locked doors again. We got locked doors, just like what Chanel goes through. This is just crazy.
We're in the building. Where I go, the building is locked.
I mean, it's crazy. So just a little more about Ted Lieu. This guy's pushed every liberal progressive agenda you can think of. He wants to ban, conversion therapy for minors who are confused about their identity. He wants to push huge immigration amnesty reforms. He's a big climate change guy. He's following the steps of Henry Waxman. This is a guy who made the climate and climate alarmism the most important aspect of his tenure. Representing me in Congress. I confronted him on immigration issues. I confronted him about our veterans. Our veterans are getting some of the worst care, and there are more homeless veterans in the Los Angeles area than in any other part of LA County. So we're still waiting.
I'm sure the guy at the lobby called.
Hello?
Do they know we're here? Yes.
So we're still waiting.
Are you there?
Maybe they're out for lunch.
I think a lot of congressmen are out for lunch.
Get their phone number. Call them up.
In more ways than one.
Yes, I wanted to speak to Wes Haas.
He's not in today.
Well, I'd like to also submit a privacy form because I spoke with him at length on the phone because I want my congressman to investigate ICE and to demand execution of the rule of law.
Okay,
I need to submit a paper.
1 moment.
I know, open the door.
What did he say? Come on.
Open this.
It says they're going to be coming, so I'm still waiting. This is ridiculous. Where's my other sign?
Anybody know that song, Open the Door, Richard?
Okay, we're gonna get ready. We wish you Merry. We
Hello.
wish you
Hi.
Merry
Okay.
Christmas. We wish.
This is good. All right, thank you very much.
We gotta do some. We're doing
Okay,
caroling.
good.
What are you doing in there?
Okay, finally got to be here. I'm sorry Wes isn't here. He's the one, he's been very helpful. I will say as much, because he's the one who indicated to me that I should have a privacy form introduced to this office. Let me give you an explanation. We're part of a group called We the People Rising. So we've taken it right from the first 3 words, We the People, and that constitution ends with To the People, so it's to us. To expect our congressman, every congressman, to be doing its job, upholding the law, respecting the Constitution, protecting our rights. Congressman Lieu is MIA. when it comes to immigration. I listened to his speech during a budget committee hearing.
Wait a second. Give me just 1 sec.
Okay, you're gonna have somebody, because I'm not done yet. There's something I have to turn in the paper. What's your name, sir?
Joey at the doctor.
Okay, thank you so much. I think I've talked to you maybe once, I'm not
Okay.
sure. Arthur Schaper.
Arthur
Maybe the
Schaper.
name will ring a bell.
Yes.
I know Lisa Pinto as well. She's a scheduler, she was briefly.
Right.
So while we're getting that taken care of. Okay, so while he's doing that, and I have no problem telling the story over and over because we're putting it on full blast about what's been going on in Huntington Park, California, where the city council appointed 2 illegal aliens in brazen violation of federal and state law. Okay, this is a huge problem. So, yes, ma'am?
Hi, I'm Lisa Pinto.
Finally, I get to see you face to face. Arthur Schaper.
It's nice to see you.
I'm sure you know who I am
Yeah.
very well. Okay.
I'm so sorry. The timing is not ideal. I have a meeting out of the office. But I want you to meet my colleague, Melissa Ramoso.
I like that very much.
I want to give you my business card.
Sounds good.
And if you'd like to meet, I'm happy to get our press director,
Sounds
Jack
good.
Denobly, on the phone.
Okay.
I don't want to be rude, but I do have to be going. Next time, let's make an appointment so I can be here and spend some time.
You know, and I'm going to bring
Okay.
up this complaint right now.
I have to go.
Okay,
I'm so sorry.
we had to drive all the way to downtown Los Angeles.
Thank you.
That Manhattan Beach office needs to be open 24/7.
He can have me whatever he likes, but I did mention I need to
I'm
get
going to give it
going.
to this office so they don't
Perfect.
lose it.
Okay, thank you
Okay, so it's
all.
really important that we don't lose that. Okay, so you are the person I want to speak. Melissa?
Sure,
Okay.
I'm here to listen.
All right, thank you very much. Okay.
And this is my colleague Julie Apodaca.
Hi.
Good to
Down,
meet you.
do you have a lobby,
This is it.
office where we could sit down,
For
a
this many
conference
people,
room?
We don't have the
just sit out
capacity for
here.
this
Okay,
many
that's
people.
fine then. So I'm going to go over at length. I have some documents I'd also like to submit to your office. Can you make copies? And would you be able to do that?
Sure.
Okay, that's going to help a great deal. So my name's Arthur Schaper. I'm a resident of West Torrance. I'm in Torrance, California, so I'm just within the district. Okay. I want to just put this out right away. I think that the Manhattan Beach office should be open 5 days a week. It shouldn't just be by appointment only because I can't drive to downtown Los Angeles to speak to my, I don't think that's fair. And I know that the Citizens Commission did some pretty shady stuff to have this huge district forced to represent all of us. But I think that Congressman Lieu, if he's got funds to get an office like this, there should be an office in Manhattan Beach or in El Segundo, so it's closer. But it needs to be open all the time. And I know some congressmen, they have 3 offices and they're open, 8 to 5, 5 days a week. So I just want to put that out right now.
Okay.
So I've got my privacy form. Wes Haas informed me that I should turn this in to my congressman. And I'm going to show this right here. I want this. This is a privacy release form that's giving my congressman permission to investigate federal agencies and why they are derelict in their duty in prosecuting. There are 2 illegal aliens. They've been appointed to city commissions in Huntington Park, California. I already spoke with the congresswoman who represents that city. She won't do anything about it. Congresswoman Roybal Allard is missing in action. And I feel right now that Congressman Lieu is missing in action. And I need him to do something about this. I don't care if you support a pathway to citizenship or you want to deport everybody. The fact is that the rule of law is under attack. And what's happening in Huntington Park is going to come to Torrance, it'll come to El Segundo, it will come to LA. And I want my congressman to investigate why the federal agencies are not doing their job.
Good point.
And we want to add, we've already been to the FBI. We have already filed reports, we are asking for an investigation, and after this, we're going to go to the U.S. Attorney as well. Okay, and I saw Congressman Lieu, and I saw the speech that he gave at the Budget Committee hearing. He was shaming one of the witnesses and saying people are working hard in the field so that you can have cheaper grocery bills. Well, you know what? Cheaper grocery bills means nothing if our borders are overrun, if we have innocents who are being killed. I mean, Catherine Steinle was killed by a 5-time deported illegal. That's in San Francisco. And there was another constituent in this LA area who was killed by an illegal alien driver, and Congressman Henry Waxman did nothing. And I don't want Congressman Lieu to have the same situation. Am I wrong? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Good point.
About Congressman Waxman?
Yeah, the
That's-
previous congressman
yeah,
did nothing when somebody was killed by an illegal alien driver.
Was that for Mr. Rosenberg?
Probably. I think that's the name that sounds familiar.
Sir, that man was deported.
Okay, so they did take care of him.
Yes.
Has he been returned? Has he come back?
I can't speak for Congressman Waxman. It's
Okay, well, I'm glad that you're not, because he was a poor congressman. He shut me down in an open forum, Redondo Beach. And I will say this to Mr. Lieu's credit. When I confront him on issues, he has answered me. Now, this is an issue that doesn't just require answers, it requires action. So I'm giving this privacy release. He has my full permission to investigate ICE, to investigate every federal agency that needs to be involved in enforcing the rule of law in Huntington Park, California. So I have some documents I'm going to provide. Can you make copies?
Sure.
Okay, so this is the first thing. This is how deep it's getting in Huntington Park. They violated my First Amendment rights. They threw me and Dr. Newman out of a city council chambers just for saying, he said yes 3 times during my orals, and when I wanted to ask questions about an agenda item, they threw me out. The district attorney later affirmed my position and said that my rights were violated. I want you to have a copy of this too. So this is, we've been very busy. We're not just, making a lot of noise here, okay? We've done our homework before we expect you to do yours. 3-page letter. 3-page letter from the district attorney's office saying that the Huntington Park City Council violated my rights. They violated Dr. Newman's rights. And from what I hear, there's going to be a cease and desist later. That's how terrified they are. So, all right, please make copies of that so that Congressman Lieu has some information.
Is this all the, are
Is
these
this
all the
all
documents?
There's a few more.
Okay, that's
Okay, because this deals with federal issues. I want to make sure. Okay, this is another federal situation, big time. We talked to the FBI about this. The 2 illegals were purportedly a live scan was conducted to determine that they were fit to be in office. How can you do a live scan if you don't have documents? They're illegals. They don't have a social security number. Or if they do, it's apparent, it's a fraudulent document. This is the answer I got from the Huntington Park City Clerk, which says we don't have to release any information about the live scans. But they were sworn in. We are having brazen violations of federal law. Now, I know Congressman Lieu served in the military, correct? He was in the Air Force, I believe?
Yes.
So I understand that
Still is.
he still serves. He's a reserve officer?
Yes.
So I would assume that he takes the rule of law and national security very seriously. And this affront, it isn't a small matter. Because if they can do it there, they'll do it anywhere. And we have had convicted felons kill people. We have seen massive other crimes taking place. I've been hearing about, we've got Mexican cartels infiltrating a number of cities in California and throughout the country. We've got to put a stop to it. We could do it here. So a few more things I want to share with you. These are some of the excuses I've gotten from their purported city attorney. This is the first time he refused to answer my questions regarding why I was thrown out of one city council meeting. And this is another letter. I want to make sure. I will get that one in just a sec. Another letter I received, which was a fraud, okay, this is again deals with federal law. One of the council members was writing communications online during our oral communications. All of that information is subject to public knowledge. They refused to release it to us. So they gave me nothing but lame excuses. They refused to release that information to me, and this is their flimsy, this is the excuses why. You might have to darken the page a little bit when you copy it. So again, any communications through the internet, that's under federal jurisdiction too, I believe. And we have city council members who are not cooperating even in that respect. Of course, there's a lot of other issues too.
Brown Act violations.
Numerous Brown Act violations. We're doing our job with that. We're asking for Congressman Lieu's help. He's my congressman. I'm his constituent. I spoke to my city council. He was a Torrance City Council member. I remember that. That was his first major entry into politics. So he was my city council member at one time. He was my assemblyman, my state senator. Now he's my congressman. And I expect him to do what's best to protect my rights, to secure our borders.
Yes.
And to make sure that all of the rights and powers stay with us, we the people.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I've had so much to say. I really appreciate you being here. This is the best audience we've gotten, I believe, from any congressional office. They've had their doors have been slammed in their faces. This is how hostile some congressmen have been. I think maybe Congressman Lieu knows me well enough that I won't tolerate that. So I appreciate this already. This is the privacy
This is all of
reform. These are the documents there. I don't want to stop. I know there's other things we could submit too. Do you have those papers with all the federal statutes? We want to make his job easier. We've gotten all the federal statutes ready.
Does anybody need the restroom? Or cold water?
And the CDs too. I gotta make sure I give you
One
these.
water, please.
These are all recordings of the city council meetings right
This is
there.
our copy.
You can keep those. Okay,
Pulling
so
other documents?
while he's doing that, I want to introduce you to Nick Ioannidis. This man came to this country legally, 1969. He's a proud American and patriot, and this man has been through hell in Huntington Park. They have dishonored him. They don't regard his service. They have pulled the rug out from under him. He was trying to refurbish his building so it'd be up to building code. They gave him the wrong directions. He had to redo it. They promised him a settlement so that he wouldn't sue the city.
this is for us.
Thank
Or-
No,
No.
for the
Okay.
FBI.
Okay.
Okay.
If you like it, I give you copies,
I was just asking.
No, it's quite all right. Go ahead.
DVDs to see, excuse me,
Got it.
to see something unusual what's going on in the United States. I needed my name, back my name, because I'm the victim in Huntington Park. My spirit, my dignity, and my pride tried to destroy me. Never destroy, because I offer good American citizen.
That's
I
right.
promise you to do that, something for the country. Now I'm the victim economically, sabotages, harassment, emotional. He make it terrorize to America, to immigrants, plus the ethnic. This one, you enjoy all those things in the view. Please, I appreciate very much. I needed my name. I came to survive in Huntington Park. He make me economic injury, sabotages, put him in jail. He hit me in jail. What is that? I came to United States, freedom. I'm freedom. I am the freedom. In the United States, I have programs for the schools. Why those things? To test me if I'm truth or not? Yes. And if your agency, 46 years, you don't know who I am, you're not agency. That you can see the websites and you can see what kind of place I have. I make an immigrant in the United States. I'm the founder, and it's a public law, and try to destroy me, to my family, to my sisters, to my wife, to my daughters. That's ridiculous.
And I want to add right now, you have given him more audience than Congresswoman Roybal Allard. He is a constituent of her, and she has done absolutely nothing. It's disgraceful. I confronted her. I had to go to her in Downey. And she makes nothing but excuses, and she says this is a local problem. Everything from the illegals appointed to city commissions, to the violations of law regarding illegal entry with the live scan process, and even what's happened to Nick.
You know,
So-
excuse me, I interrupt you.
No, go
My
ahead.
place is a museum. Try to make it museum in America, something unusual. 40 years I celebrate